What's up, Daddies? Welcome back. We're going to be talking about Morgan right now and what happens to him in the comic books and what's going to happen to him on the show. That does mean spoilers for the comic books up to issue 138. Anything that happens before that is fair game. Spoilers for the TV show. If you're not up to the season finale of The Walking Dead Season 5, spoilers. You've been warned. I don't feel bad if I spoil you. So, Morgan, he's been teased throughout the season. He's been in these post-credits scenes. He's been following these marks. He found the map. Is he going to find Rick in the group? Sure, eventually. I can't tell you when, because I haven't seen the episodes. I'm right where you are. But in the comic books, it goes a little bit differently. And that's what I can tell you about. In the comics, Rick, Carl, and Abraham are searching through Cynthiana before leaving for D.C., and they go to the police headquarters, and they try to round up some more supplies, bullets, ammo, everything you would need to survive, pretty much anything they could find, and this time, Morgan ends up hitting Rick in the back of the head with a shovel, much like Dwayne did Rick the first time. It's pretty much the same thing, only it's Morgan who hits him this time. And you come to find out that Morgan recognizes him. He's got a beard. He looks a little crazy. We saw him being crazy before. Dwayne ends up dying, just like in the show. But this time, Morgan keeps him chained up and feeds him. He says that everything he feeds him is a person he killed out of self-defense and necessity. Does that make it okay? That's kind of like the governor and his little daughter. I don't really think so. Anyway, Rick asks Morgan to join them. He does. He goes on this trip to D.C. They end up in Alexandria, and Morgan becomes a chef. What does it mean for the show? Here's what I think. I think that he's going to become a chef, plain and simple. I think he's eventually going to find the safe zone. And in the comics, if they follow the route of the comics, it's going to be interesting because I don't know why they would tease him so long and have him come make this journey by himself and find the group and find Alexandria, because in the comics he dies soon after they arrive at Alexandria. Here's how it goes. The Rick versus Peter Anderson conflict happens, and although that's not resolved in the show, I'm sure it will be soon. Rick shoots Pete in the head. That gunshot is heard by the DC scavengers. The DC scavengers come and attack Alexandria. They lose in a gunfight. And then that gunfight leads to an enormous herd of walkers coming, and it's the No Way Out storyline from the comics. And in that, Rick and Morgan are trying to fend off some zombies. Rick sees Morgan getting bit. He gets bit on the arm, much like Tyrese did in the TV series. He goes down, and he's just ready to go, I guess. He's ready to die, and Rick's not okay with that. So he decides he's going to save Morgan. So Morgan eventually, in the next issue, decides he wants to live. Michonne cuts off his arm, just like Tyrese in that mid-season premiere, and ultimately he ends up dying anyway, much like Tyrese in that mid-season premiere. I don't think they're going to kill Morgan like that in the show. I think he's going to be around. I don't really know how it's going to go. I think maybe Daryl and Aaron will find him. Maybe that's what that light was in the woods, and neither of them know that Rick knows Morgan or have met Morgan before, so they're not going to go up and be like, hey, we're with Rick. So it's going to be interesting to see how they mesh, because Morgan, last time we saw him, was crazy. So Daryl might just want to kill him. I don't know. That'll be interesting to see, though. So that's how it went in the comics. That's my prediction for the show. He's going to wind up at Alexandria, and he's going to be around for longer than he was in the comics, especially because they already gave his death to Tyrese. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for more news, interviews, and clips, and follow us on Twitter for all your news and to stay up to date. I know it's going to be a long off season, but at least we have 90 minutes of The Walking Dead to look forward to.